Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and geeks, worms and germs, and welcome to Cinemastrophe'S Cocktail Hour. I'm your host, Tahi LaRocco. I can't do this. Robin, take over until my coffee kicks in.
Until your coffee kicks in?
Till my coffee kicks in. I'm tired.
Oh, okay. Well, continuing off, I'm your co host, Robin, and all your tags I can't keep up with. Uh, I know I'm the girl with plenty of excuses when I'm running late and procrastinating on something. And it's early. How early in the morning is it?
Oh, it's 8:30.
I was mentally preparing myself for this.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
yeah,
tried to go to bed early, but I couldn't fall asleep. So I'm
ditto.
still kind of tired.
Right, the sluggishness. We gotta shake it off, uh. I imagine you could put that little clip in there. Yeah, like I'm a bit tired.
I could, but I'm
She's
not.
yes, my 1.5-year old. She's kept me up for most of the night. I don't know. I don't know if it's growing. I just discovered growing pains is actually a thing. I thought it was just like a reference, an expression, but it's actually a thing.
Sharing the laughter and
They have balm, pomade and balm to put on your kids' joints for their growing pains. I'm like, it's actually a really terrible thing.
Never heard of that.
Me neither. And then I'm like, I saw a friend of mine posted that they had to buy this medical ointment or something for their kid. I think they're like 3 or 4, and they get growing pains at night. It's like a stick or medicated stick or whatever you put on when they go to sleep so that they can sleep easier. So the growing pains happens as they're sleeping. They say you grow in your sleep, and yeah, I thought that was fascinating and scary all at the same time. I didn't have growing pains, but I'm a short person, so
I have
I
no idea, and I'm pretty sure no kid remembers whether or not they had growing pains anyway. So, what difference does it make?
I just thought it was fast. I'm like, I'm discovering scary things as a parent. Like,
Like, what difference does it make? None of us remembers that, so guess it's not that big a deal now, is it? I gotta spend ointment on something that's not a big deal. What?
I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I never heard of that.
Well, if it's true, that means we all had it, and I don't remember it. You don't remember it. No adult remembers it, so it's not that big a deal now, is it?
Maybe it's like getting your ears pierced as a kid. Actually, no, I can't even compare it to that. Well, you don't remember that pain.
I don't know.
But
Some kids remember that pain. I've never heard of anybody remembering aches and pains in their sleep as a child, unless they broke something.
yeah, it's super weird.
So
But
it's really
yeah.
not that big a deal. It's not worth some damn ointment. Clearly, we get over it.
Super weird. But what's been going on with you, my dude?
Nothing other than Saturday where we saw each other. That's pretty much it. I
It's
was
been
exhausted the
years since
next
I
two
saw you.
days.
Really?
Yeah, I was out of it all of Sunday. I slept most of the day. And then Monday I was just sore. I was awake. At least I wasn't as tired, but I was sore all day.
What time did you guys end up leaving?
We cleaned up when we didn't have to. That's what happened. After we finished, because I don't know who this guy was. I guess the guy who rents the place. He told my sister, just make sure you clean up all the glitter. That was a fucking pain in the ass. By the time we finished that, the security guard, he was waiting for us. He's like, oh, you didn't have to clean that up. Like, the other guy told us to clean up. No, we have a whole crew that comes with a machine and sucks all this stuff. I was
Are
waiting for
you
you guys to go
serious?
home.
I'll be
Yes, and I'm
great.
like, I said to the guy, I was like, why didn't you say something? You see me pushing his broom around. You just watching. You could have said, yo, you don't have to do that. The machine picks all that up. Y'all can just go.
Yeah, I've never heard someone clean up the glitter after a rental. Like, get the.
I understood cleaning up the glitter part.
It's
Some places
annoying.
do want you to do a partial cleanup. So I was kind of like, all right, I didn't question it, but I don't know why this guy was sitting there watching me push this broom around trying to get all this damn glitter. Everybody could have went home earlier. Oh, there's something buzzing.
Yeah, lawnmower.
Oh, you're gonna have to
Hope.
move.
Oh, we'll wait till he passes. Yeah, you hear it getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
I'll wait till he passes. I guess on Wednesdays they do that.
Every fucking time.
Man.
It's always something.
Fuck!
Yo, did you see that video of the Amazon driver screaming?
No, what was he screaming at?
I don't know. He's just in the truck. It's on TikTok. He's in his truck all of a sudden. I don't know, maybe he got the wrong address or he was about to get off and then someone asked for a package pickup. But he started flipping out in the truck. Yeah, I'm yelling.
Shit! 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 Shit!
Wait. Oh my gosh.
Truck ID or something.
He's fed up with all these crazy
Why is
people.
driving down the street? Yo, I don't know what it was. I don't know, maybe he saw a video of someone breaking into his car or someone breaking into his house on his phone.
Oh, that could be. That's really
Yo,
weird.
but
I
he
watched.
was screaming. The whole neighborhood could hear him.
Nah, I did not see that. That
I was
video you sent me
crying.
of the kid pushing the bear.
That wasn't a kid. That was a woman.
It's actually a teenager.
No, that was a woman.
Let
She
me
kind of looked kind
see.
of elderly. She was like, maybe in her 40s. No, that was a grown ass woman.
Let me see. Where was it?
She actually looked older. She looked like she was in her 50s, but I would say she
Dude,
was in
that's
her 40s.
hilarious. Because
Sheesh.
I bring it up because I was gonna mention it in the news, but you already
Wait,
saw.
hold on. So, if you haven't seen it yet, there's this video of this bear climbing over this wall, and there's this bunch of dogs running at the bear, barking at it. And the bear starts swiping at one of the dogs, smacked him like 4 times, right? So then this woman comes running out and shoves the shit out of this bear. Like literally shoves him off the wall. Starts scurrying her dogs inside, picks up the smallest one, and then runs in the house. The bear climbs back on the wall and just like, fuck that shit, and just goes the opposite direction. It's like, okay. It's like, yo, this lady's not fucking around. Let me just leave. I don't know if this is a brown bear or a baby. It definitely was not a full grown grizzly. But I don't know if it was a brown bear or a baby grizzly. But it
So
was a bear.
yes, and it's going viral. If any of you have seen, and then I found it on a news site. They have the whole story. It was a teenage girl. She was 17. I thought it was a grown woman
What?
too. Yeah, dude. So that's
Oof. You got some city miles on you.
right. She didn't hesitate when she saw a large bear facing off with her family dog on top of the wall of their home in California. The 17-year-old ran outside, shoved the bear away, and then rounded up the dogs. But the extended video is the mother. It was a mother bear because her baby cubs, like she was trying to protect them from the dog, and
So
she was trying to.
that had to be like a brown bear because it was too small to be a
It
grizzly.
was a brown bear, yes.
Yeah, it was too small to be a grizzly. That was an adult.
Yeah, the bear was like, forget this. But yeah, she was just trying to gather her cubs. But yeah, it looked like a grown woman. No, it's a 17-year-old girl.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, man, that's.
And I saw this other video on Monday. This happened around my area. This this see, I don't even know people's ages anymore, but this Asian woman got punched in the face on camera. But hold on. Sorry about that. There we go.
Ooh, nasty.
By a mentally ill person. Yo, he punched the shit out. I was like, damn. And he hits her, right? And then he turns around and says, "Why'd you hit me?" Talking to nobody. Takes a couple of steps, but why'd you hit me though? I'm like, huh? I was like, oh, this guy clearly has mental problems. It's like right near me, a few blocks away. I was like, damn. I was on Memorial Day. I was here too. I was like, wow. Then I read the Squeegee Men are back.
Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
What is that?
The Squeegee Men.
They sound like something from someone's nightmare. What?
No, the guys on the highways who wash your windows without you asking.
Oh, I don't go along those highways.
What do you mean? They're everywhere. I don't go along those highways. You can't
I'm
go
telling
3
you,
feet without running into a squeegee man.
In Long Island, that is not worth it.
Oh, that's true. There aren't that many squeegee men in Long Island. That is true.
Like, these people are like, they don't play that.
There aren't that many stoplights in Long Island, so that's why there aren't that many squeegee men.
That's a truth, yeah.
What else did I read? Oh, this woman thinks chewing gum caused the death of her daughter.
Did she tell her that a fairy tale that if you swallow too many pieces, it stays in your tummy?
No, the girl just died. She literally just died. This is 10 years ago. Just died. And they said it was caused by salt deficiency. Yeah, it was salt deficiency.
What?
So they're trying to figure out how the hell, but they said it was salt deficiency, but it was, I think they said they were sure she was poisoned in a way. Like she ingested something. The way they wrote it was that the doctor said they were sure she was poisoned. Mind you, this is in Wales, so terminologies are a little different. Said she was poisoned. I guess they meant in American terms that she ingested something that caused her to have the salt deficiency. So they was trying to figure out what the hell maybe she got some antifreeze in something, or something weird, like, you know, antifreeze on your hands, and you touch your mouth or something. They trying to figure it out, right? So I think he said it was her sister. One day went up in her room and was looking through her room and found like a shitload of chewing gum wrappers. Like thousands upon thousands of chewing gum wrappers.
What?
So then her mother started looking up chewing gum, and then there's a bunch of weird side effects from chewing gum. It's known in obsessive, if you chew it obsessively. Like, it's known to cause mercury leaking if you have fillings in your mouth. Yeah. If you have the mercury fillings in your mouth, if you excessively chewing gum. That's why when you chew chewing gum, you get that metally taste sometimes on your tooth. Because of the mercury in the filling, and the chewing gum is causing it to leak out.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Mind you, it's only dangerous with excessive chewing. Like, if you chew a chewing gum today and don't chew another one for like another week or so, you're not going to die. It's not going to be. But this is like obsessive chewing. What else did it cause? It caused involuntary bowel syndrome. Or is it? What is it? IMB?
Leaky bowel syndrome.
I think it's IMB. I forgot which one. I forgot the name of that one, but
Ironically, I prefer
yeah, I think it was
mint.
involuntary bowel syndromes. You know, the one when you fart without
Oh
the
yes,
one
yes,
with
yes,
the
yes.
one when you fart without like because when you chew gum, you're taking in air, and that's
Yeah.
yeah. So that causes that. I think that the one where you just obsessively fart, you can't control it. What it says it causes problems with your jaw because you chew on one side. So she thinks that yeah, her daughter's obsessive chewing gum habit might have been the cause of her a salt deficiency. They said
You
she
know
had it
what?
was a severe salt deficiency she had.
Nah. At first I was like, she's crazy, but maybe she was on that many chewing pieces of
Yeah,
gum.
there's thousands of
Yeah,
chewing gum wrappers in her room. It was in her drawers, under her bed, in her closets.
yeah, chew till her death. I literally don't chew on gum anymore because it was actually years ago. Remember when I used to work at Kohl's and I was chomping on a piece of gum at the register, waiting for my break. A customer comes up, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was actually starving." You cannot chew gum. She was a nurse. She's like, "You're bringing in too much air and it's going to create gas." And I'm like, "Okay." And I was starving. I remember that. That's why I was chomping on the piece of gum so hard. And after that, I don't really chew on gum. Honestly, I prefer mints personally instead of gum.
I stopped chewing on gum years ago because for that reason. When I was chewing on it, I could feel like the metal taste from my fillings. That's why I never liked gum.
Yeah, I'm
And
not a
it's too much
fan.
sugar in it too. It would hurt my teeth. I was like, So now I don't chew on gum.
Yeah, I'd rather mints.
I haven't chewed on gum in over 20 years.
Like, not missing anything. It's like one of those things that you stop, like, huh.
Yeah, and if I really really need a piece of gum, I won't chew it. I'll just smash it with my tongue at the top of my mouth to get the mint flavor out and then spit it out.
I remember as a kid, I used to chew on gum till it started to liquefy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, just thinking, oh, gross. Those lollipops? Yeah, those blow pops. Used to chew on those. Oh, you remember? I mentioned that supermoon flight.
Oh yeah, update. So what happened?
Yeah, it was
Any
actually
juicy stories?
no, it was
Ah,
actually
who
a
gives a shit?
nice flight,
Then I don't
which
give a shit.
it was for 14 minutes and 30 seconds.
How much did they pay for that?
Anywhere between 499 to $1,400.
For 14 minutes. Someone paid $1,000 a minute. You fucking moron.
Wow, 14. Yeah, wow.
That's like a phone sex hotline for the
Oh, and that's
ultra rich.
Australian dollars. Okay, in US dollars, it was a minimum of $386 to $1,100. But yeah, you paid $1,000
Still,
for
almost some
14 minutes.
idiot paid
Yeah,
almost $1,000 a minute.
yeah. Pretty much, they just appreciated being able to enjoy a flight
14 minutes. Like what?
and 30 seconds.
Well, I guess you can't get into fights in 14 minutes. An hour, maybe. 14 minutes.
Yeah. They're like, wow, it was only
Forty
for
thousand,
14 minutes.
$1,100 for a 14-minute flight.
Mm-hmm.
And yet there are starving children out there. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Oh, did you find any updates on vaccination for New York,
Oh, let's
Ohio?
look
And
up the rates.
I didn't know where to look them up. I tried. I'm like, I don't know where to look this up at. So I figured I'd wait for you.
Okay, so New York vaccination rates last show was 45.4%. Now it's at 47%. Ohio was 39.3. Now it's at 40.3. Let me see. Maryland also. I'm really just listing off the states that had the lottery.
Yeah. So wait, go back. I was busy listening to the sound. Start over again.
Oh, okay. So last week, New York's percentage rate of the population fully vaccinated was 45.4. This week it's 47%.
Okay, it
For
went up 1%.
Ohio, last week it was 39.3%. Now it's at 40.3%. Maryland, last week 45.5%. This week 48.2%.
Based on that, I'm pretty sure it's like people who are going to get it, going to get it. People who aren't going to get it, aren't going to get it. The lottery does not make a difference. Those are not huge numbers. It was like 2% jumps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally 2.3%.
Yeah. Nobody's rushing out. It's going up. The percentage is going up just as much as it had before they started the lottery thing. So they're just wasting their time. It was kind of a good idea.
Yeah,
Well, I
but
wouldn't say it was a good idea. It was an idea that might have worked. But no, it doesn't seem like it's having any effect because, yeah, like I said, 2, 3%. It's not much. If it had went up like 5%, I'd have been like, okay, maybe people are rushing out to get this money. But apparently not. Apparently they've been banking in unemployment all this whole year,
no, I don't blame them.
waiting for the day where they can go out.
Did your coffee kick in yet?
Kinda, sorta. Bless you.
Thank you.
I don't know how to lead into the movie. Actually, I forgot what movie we saw for a second there.
What's running through your mind right now?
Army of the Dead.
Whoa, can
For a
you
second,
imagine that?
literally for a second there, I thought we was going to do Army of the Dead again. I'm like, wait a minute, no, something's not right. We're not doing Army of the Dead.
Oh my gosh.
No. It's not Army of the Dead this
How
time.
do you walk into chaos? Look into the mind of a man. That's what. That's funny.
What's that?
I said, how do you walk into chaos? Just look into the mind of a man.
What? Who are you, the Shadow?
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
Chaos Walking, which I didn't even know was going to be coming out. Actually, that caught me. It actually caught me by surprise.
It's funny. I kept seeing trailers for it on my Instagram, but I thought it was like a spoof because I'm like, why is he talking like that? Is it supposed to be like a joke trailer?
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, you did. No, I just happened to see. I was like, oh, new Tom Holland movie, because I saw the other one, the last one he did on Netflix last year, which was good. I forgot the name of it though. And I was like, oh, another Tom Holland movie. I like Tom Holland. I don't like Tom Holland anymore. He made me cry in this movie, so I don't like him anymore. I don't like people who make me cry. He's on
In
my.
this movie, he made you cry?
Yes, he made me cry. He made me cry.
Oh, I think I know. I think I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I,
But
I'm like, what's.
he made me cry, man. Made me cry. He almost made me cry in fucking what's his name too, in Infinity War.
Yo, he is a tearjerker. On Netflix, I saw a movie he was in, I think his first starring role. You remember the tsunami that hit, was it Thailand? Hit Asia a few years ago?
Um,
During Christmas. It was Christmas. It hit
n-
the.
no, I don't because that happens 3 or 4 times a year. So no, I
But
don't.
yeah, it was like, I think
It's
this
like the
was
big
right before
one. The big one. How many big ones have they had? I'm like,
it
no, I
was
don't
like
know which one you're
the
talking about.
worst on record. And Tom Holland starred in a movie, I have to get the name, about a family that survived it, and he made me cry. I'm like, yo, this kid looks familiar. It was Tom Holland. It was his first starring role. I'm like, he's gonna be a star from there because that movie was super good. Let me look it up.
Yeah, he's really a good actor. I don't like him, making me cry. I haven't cried since E.T. Who else is in this movie? So yeah, it will star Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley, and if you don't know who it is, that's Rey from Star Wars, Mads Mikkelsen, Nick Jonas. I'm just naming the top people, and David. How the hell do you pronounce that guy's name? Olio.
Wow,
I
I would not imagine.
he's English. You know him. He's in a lot of stuff. It's just his last name is Oyellowo.
David Oyelowo.
That guy. He was in Salem, United Kingdom, Don't Let Go, The Butler, Gringo. Really good actor. It was based off a book, and I don't know who wrote the book. And it was the
Trilogy series. It
really? I
was.
didn't know
I
it was a trilogy
remember.
series.
Yeah, it's a trilogy.
Oh, so
This
we might get some sequels.
potentially,
I
yeah.
would like to see sequels to this because this is really good. This was worth it. This would be really good to have as sequels. There's a lot of
Yeah.
unanswered questions that was left that makes a lot of sense. I mean, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I would like to see the sequels to this because this was good. As long as Tom Holland's still in it. If they replace
Uh,
him with somebody else or a different character, I don't think it's going to be the same.
Patrick Ness. He wrote the screenplay because it's based on his science fiction trilogy, Chaos Walking, and this was adapting the first book, The Knife of Never Letting Go.
Okay. All right.
I was not aware of that.
Well, it was good. Now I kind of want to read the book. And it was directed by Doug Liam, who does a lot of producing work, but as director, he directed Swingers and Go, if you ever saw any of those movies.
I've heard of them, never got to see them.
What? Swingers and
Yes.
Go were great. Swingers is more known than Go. Swingers is more popular than Go. Go is cult following type. It was another one of those teenage party movies of the 90s. Like Can't Hardly Wait. The one with McLovin. What was the name of that one? Can't remember right now.
Super bad.
Yeah, Super Bad. It was like that. It's one of those type movies.
How
Crazy party
fun.
night type movie. So basic premise is there's a settlement on this new world in the year 2257 where there's nothing but men and everything they think. Not only can it be heard, but seen sometimes. And it has something to do with this new planet. They've been on that planet for a while. Then a spaceship crashes with a woman on it. The first time these people have seen a woman since apparently all the women were killed by the native species of this planet.
It's a female!
So now she's there. They know she's from Earth. She's the second wave of settlers that was supposed to come through this way. Well, she's part of the second wave of settlers. So now the settlers that are here, they want to get off. So they want to take over the ship.
To take over the planet. They don't want to leave the planet. They want to take over the planet.
I thought they wanted to leave.
I thought so too. That would have been a logical choice, but that guy's crazy, so he just really want to just take over the planet.
I don't know. I thought they wanted to leave. She said he wants to take over the planet. I don't know. What's important is I don't know how you got to take over the planet when they're clearly stranded there.
Yeah.
So now he's trying to force this woman to he's trying to get information out of this woman with the ship when they're going to land and keep her from contacting them to keep them from landing so they can take over the ship. Meanwhile, Tom Holland is trying to help her get back to her ship. And that's the basic premise of the movie. It was really well done. The special effects were really nice. They were really
Yeah.
good. Special effects are really good. There was a lot of action. Of course, after I gave you that cast, acting is amazing. The acting is amazing. The runtime was pretty good. It didn't drag. I don't remember. Did I watch this all the way through or did I have to stop at some point?
Yeah, I just realized that's Daisy from Star Wars. I'm like, the name looked familiar. I'm like, wow.
I just said that like 2 minutes ago.
How can you be deaf with ears like that?
And not Daisy,
like,
Ray.
The face didn't match. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I mean, when I was watching it, I had to look it up. But once I saw the name, I was like, oh, yeah, that's Ray. Yeah, her face did look, the blonde hair does make her look different.
Yeah, I'm like, usually I don't get stooped like that, but no,
What I'm saying is, I literally said that 2 minutes ago. I said
and
Daisy
then it
Riddle,
slowly started to
who you would know
register,
is Ray
and
from Star Wars.
I'm like, nah. Could it be? And I didn't realize because I like Ray. But continue.
I don't even know where I was. I think I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about the acting. Yeah. The runtime wasn't too long. Actually, I don't. I was trying to figure out. Did I have to stop? That's what it was. I was trying to. I don't remember. I think I did watch it all the way through. I don't think I had to stop for anything. I don't think I stopped.
It wasn't too
Oh
long,
no,
so it
I
didn't
did. I did
hurt.
have to stop because I was watching it. That's right. The only reason I stopped was because I was watching it at work, and then I turned it off, and then continued watching it when I got home. That was the only reason I stopped. But I actually rewatched it. It was actually really because I wanted to see it on the QLED.
Oh, their minds on the cube.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
would look
yeah, yeah.
cool.
It did. It did. It really did. The what's the name effects too. The laser gun effects look cool on the QLED as well.
Yeah, their space guns. That was so
Yeah, some of those look pretty good. One scene, I'll tell you, we'll talk about when we go into detail. One scene looked really good. It wasn't. Did not look like it was hard for me to tell it was computer graphics. That's how good it looked. I was
which
like, whoa. I'll tell you when we go into details. I'll tell you what it was. It definitely was not those who wish me dead parachute graphics for this one. And it definitely was not Zack Snyder's Steppenwolf blurry background. Everything matched up. It looked real. I was like, whoa, that was a pretty good effect there. I'm going to tell you how good this effect was when we go into detail. It was that convincing. So yeah, no, it was actually really, really good. It wasn't, again, not great. And when I say great, I mean the way I talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's great. I'm like babbling on and gushing about that's great. But this was really, really good. Really, really good. I actually didn't find, well, clearly there's a problem because neither one of us knows what this guy's motives was. We got two different motives out of this.
yeah, he was a psycho. But yeah, I remember his motive because I thought that's not what I expected. I thought he wanted to get off the planet. But whatever caused the settlement, something yeah.
I swore he said to get them off the planet. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what, I don't know. Something
Because he
was
was
lost in
telling
translation. And I was watching this with subtitles on too. So something was lost in translation somewhere.
it got jumbled between his lies.
I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I thought they was trying to get off the planet. So I don't understand how we got two different things from the same movie. I don't know how we got two different
Remember he was
motives from
telling
the
people
same
different
movie.
things, but Tom Holland heard the truth. But he was like, he would tell a lot of lies, but we'll go into detail.
Yeah, so we might as well just get into it at this point. So the movie starts out with a quote about man's thoughts being nothing but noise, and I was when I read that I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, blah blah blah. I didn't know it was going to be literal.
Yeah, it was literally literal. Like
It
it let
was
us know what we were walking
literal,
into.
like literal. Because the next thing you get is a look at this planet called the New World at 2257. And you see Tom Holland, and his thoughts are not only being heard by the audience, but you could see them coming around and swarming around his head. And it was just jibber jabber nonsense. Like everything he thought about was heard by the audience. And sometimes you will get images of what he was saying, what he was thinking. Sometimes it would just be a mass of clouds around his head as you heard the voice. But it was always there. It was a literal quote. So we get to know his name is Todd Hewitt. And trust me, you'll never forget that. Even though I stumbled for a second, you will definitely never forget that name. It is repeated at least 100 times. You know what? I'm going to watch this a third time and keep count of how many times that name is said. I guarantee you it's over 100 times. Okay, I guarantee you it's at least 100 times. We find out he lives in a society of all men, and he's with his dog hunting or whatever. And he runs into the one guy who's called the preacher, who was batshit crazy. Matter of fact, the first thing I thought, I was like, oh dear God.
Another batshit religious nut.
That's the first thing I thought. He was like, oh, the preacher's here, the preacher. And then I heard the preacher talking about sin. And I was like, oh dear God, another movie with a batshit crazy preacher.
if you're tired of the devil stealing, if you're tired of the devil killing, if you're tired of the devil destroying your life, you must order the personal package, and you got to order it right now.
Another one. Oh boy, we know where this is headed. He goes back to town, and this is where we find out that not only do all the men on this planet now have this random noise in their head that you can see, but some of them can actually manipulate it to make illusions. And we find out the hierarchy is the mayor, played by Mad Hither.
They call me Hell. They call me Stacy. They call me Her. They call me Jane. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name.
Mickelson. Like, what the hell's his name again? Mads Mikkelsen. You know, I stopped because I can't remember which Bond movie was he the villain in.
Casino Royale.
Right, Casino Royale. Okay, yes.
And
yes,
he
yes.
was in Doctor Strange. Was he the villain?
Yeah, he was the villain. He was the villain in Doctor Strange.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so right. So yeah, he's in town. Yeah, and the mayor. Yeah, he plays the mayor. And I don't know why, but for some reason the mayor fawns over Todd more than he does his own son, who was played by
Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas. So they never actually gave a reason why. It was kind of weird. I mean, it wasn't weird. It wasn't like weird, like odd. It was just weird as in unexplained why. There was no explanation why Todd was so special that the mayor would fawn over him over his own son.
Yeah,
and it didn't seem
about
like
the same age.
It didn't seem like they did it just so the two kids could be rivals. It seemed like he had a real legitimate reason to pick Todd over his son, but I don't know why. Even though his son was an idiot, that still didn't seem like there was a reason. They made it seem like Todd was special for some reason, and not because he's the last male. Because he kept saying that Todd was like him. And the way he said it, it was more than just to manipulate him. It's like he made it seem like he has like some type of destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Because he really didn't want to kill him. So it made it seem like he was important for something. But it was never answered. And finding out that this is a trilogy series, that explains why it was never answered. Because you probably find out later on. Or I could just be overreading things. But I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. And that's what's weird to me, because like, even though they say Tom Holland's like the last, he's the runt, he was the last young man, that's why he's the youngest, but him and Nick Jonas look around the same age.
Yeah, they could practically be brothers. So I don't know why he was fawning over Todd more than his own son. So then we also find out that Todd lives with these two guys, his adoptive parents. And I honestly, I didn't realize they were a couple.
I didn't realize that either.
I didn't realize it until the second time I watched the movie. I thought, because their dynamic seemed like they were brothers. They act, their relationship, the way they act, is like they're brothers. I thought they were two brothers who adopted Todd. It wasn't until the second time I started to realize, I'm like, wait a minute. They're a couple.
Yeah, I realized when at first, because you know when they were like talking and stuff. Yeah, I thought they were brothers, but then I realized, are they in the same? Like when they went to go to bed, I'm like, they're in the same bed.
Even when they went to go to bed, I was so into the conversation that it appeared to me like it was two beds next to each other, because the conversation they were having was important. It was about the mayor manipulating Todd, so I was focused on that. But the way they talked to each other wasn't like a couple. They talked to each other as like two brothers would talk to each other. That's why I was confused. The first time I watched it, I was more intrigued by the dialogue, that I really wasn't paying attention to the visuals as much as I should have to catch on. Instead, I was just casually looking at it, and their behavior was like brothers. Because it was little things the second time I watched it that made me realize they were a couple. You people will understand when you see the movie. You'll see why I didn't realize the first time, especially when I was paying attention to the dialogue. That's another thing, too, that you have to pay attention to the dialogue in this movie. Otherwise, you get lost. I had to put the closed captions on. Because of the fact that their thoughts are always coming out, it overlaps a lot. So you miss a lot of stuff because of the overlapping conversations that are going on because they have no control over it, which makes sense for this movie. So I had to put the closed caption on in order to focus on what is important to the story and which is just noise, which was done on purpose and done very well.
Mm-hmm.
Done very, very well. We cut to the second wave of settlers who left sometime after the first wave left. They get to the planet. They send a scout ship down. As it goes to the planet, it goes through this wave, which is what causes, they call it the noise, which is what causes the noise. Yeah, the random thoughts in the men, they call it the noise. As they're going down, oh, by the way, I'm just going to call her Ray. Ray is part of the crew. It crash lands. Everyone dies except her. So she tries to steal from Todd's farm because they live on a farm. He catches her. He chases her down.
Thief, Baggins! Thief! It stole our precious, our birthday present.
Doesn't get a look at her face, but he notices that she doesn't have any noise. So he goes and tells the mayor. The mayor says that it's a woman. And now everyone knows it's a woman. Everyone's out looking for her. They find her. The mayor starts talking to her, finds out about the ship, as we mentioned earlier. And people are starting to get anxious outside and starting to cause a commotion. So he goes outside to calm them down, tells his son not to talk to her. He starts being a dickhead, starts going through her bag.
Well, that can't be good.
No, Mr. Barry cannot.
Messing with shit he shouldn't be messing with, and sets off one, I don't know, a laser trap or something. I don't know what the thing was. I mean, other than, I guess it was a grenade? A laser grenade? Because I can't think of any other purpose to have a device like that. Like, it shot lasers all over the place, tearing up the structure that they were in. I'm just like, what in the hell would you possibly need that for other than to murder some people?
What was the purpose?
And why is she walking around with that? If she was coming down to see humans that she knew lived down here, why would you even bring a hand grenade?
Something's wrong!
Hey, it's all wrong, man! We shouldn't even be up here!
But she brought that, and then that's how she finds out that the mayor wants to take the ship to conquer the world / leave the planet. We're not sure which one.
It was Tom, because when he realized to go help her, he dove underneath the building, and that's when he...
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
See, so we're going with my thing. He was going to leave the planet. Because one, it was not Todd. It was Ray. It was after she escaped. She was the one who heard. See, so they were trying to leave the planet. We have a winner! Ding, 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 ding.
We're gonna go back because, he wanted to take over the ship and take over the planet to because remember he explained to her the lie what he said, how he told her the woman died on the planet.
Hear you over the sound of all this cheering! Oh yeah, this is also when he told her that a native species
called the spackle.
Called the whatever they were called. They look like okay. I'm going to give a description, but I'm not sure if this is a proper description because we only see them one time and we only see one of them. They look like, if you look at, Google Resident Evil 7. What were they? They were moss? Yeah, moss monsters. The Resident Evil 7 moss monsters. They look like that, only with one arm. The reason I say my description might not be accurate is because we only saw one of them, and that one had one arm. So maybe he lost his arm somewhere?
Yeah, I thought he lost his arm potentially, maybe fighting them.
Or maybe all of the aliens only have one arm. We don't know. We never saw a civilization.
Yeah, that's a close description. It was like 7 foot tall too.
Oh, you Googled it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. The first thing I thought of was the Resident Evil 7 moss monsters. The first moss monsters, not the variants, because it's as the game goes on, they make the monsters look worse and worse. But the first ones that pop out, that's what they look like. But yeah, we don't know if we don't know if the aliens have one arm or not. We just know that that one, the only one. I thought we was going to see more, but we never did.
And that we could, well, see their noise too.
Right. Yes, you can't see them. Well, see, that's the thing. We don't know how it works with them. We saw one of them.
That's true.
Don't know if that was a male or a female. So we don't know if there's genders with these alien races. We don't know if it works the same way as it works on humans, that's only the males have noise. Because we only saw the one alien one time. We saw their city, and we saw a cloud of noise on top of their city. But we don't know how it works with them. We don't know exactly how they look, because like I said, that one alien might have lost his arm somewhere and was just the only one or one of the few who has one arm, like people on our planet. So we'll find out, I guess, in the next movie. But yeah, that was when he told her that they killed all the women in the town. He said there was a big war and all the women were killed by the alien race. So then she goes under, then that's when she escapes. She goes under and she hears him say that he wants to capture their ship to leave, to get them off the planet. Because he said he was tired of aren't you tired of being here?
Yeah,
living on scraps.
Because that's the thing, there's nowhere else for them to go because they left Earth for a reason, because Earth was going to shit.
There's plenty of places they can go. It's a whole universe they can go. That's how they started. They could live on that ship.
Go back and watch that scene.
That's all I was like. There's plenty of places for them to go. They have a ship at that point. Now, how that little band was planning on taking over that. Oh, that was the other thing, too. They said they would be in cryo freeze. So they could slaughter them all and they can set course to any other planet and go into cryo sleep. See? Yeah, I was like, how were they planning on doing it? He's like, yeah, most of the people will be in cryo sleep. It'll just be the crew operating. So we could easily take over, slaughter the people in cryo sleep, and take the ship.
He was talking to the preacher, which I didn't know he was talking to the preacher. I'm like, oh, he's talking.
Oh, the preacher. I thought you said the creature. I was like, what creature? He wasn't talking. Oh, the preacher. Yeah. Yes, he was talking to the preacher.
The preacher wasn't creatures.
I remember his name. His name was Aaron. Yeah, so she goes back to Todd's place and hides in his barn because he was the only one who actually legitimately wanted to help her. Remember the noise. So then they go looking for her. One of the mayor's men comes to the barn.
I'm gonna make you go back at 22 minutes and 7 seconds. He said they want to take over the planet.
And did you just look at just now, or did you write or?
Because I remember.
No, that's not what I said. I said, did you put that in your notes, or did you write?
I put it in my note. I remember.
Your notes don't count. Your notes don't count.
No,
I saw the time.
I
saw the time. I will
the mayor is full of shit.
I saw the time.
And then I looked. I had to go back because I remember the exact part.
I will go back. Oh wait, I can't.
Well, when you have a moment.
No, I can't. No, I literally cannot.
But
my 48 hours is up. I literally cannot. So I was like, I said, no, I'll go. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I literally cannot. My 48 hours is over.
Yeah. He specifically says to Aaron that he wants to take over the planet.
So,
but yeah, continue.
Where were we? Oh yeah, she goes back to the barn. One of the scouts show up, and they tell him she's not there. He's like, all right, I'm coming back with the mayor. I'm coming back with the mayor. I'm going to tell Daddy. And runs off. And then they look at Todd. She in the barn, ain't she? So they decide to send him and the girl to another settlement. Surprise, surprise. They're not the only ones on this planet.
What a twist!
The settlement is called Farbanks, and apparently that's the only place where he's safe. Now, of course, if you're intelligent, you know what happened right then and there. Clearly, there's women over there, and either they were a part of this settlement and escaped over there, or they killed all the women in this settlement, and the other settlement made sure they stayed the fuck away from them. And it clearly was option number B, because his father specifically tell him, do not tell them you're from here, otherwise they will kill you on the spot. Like, do not let them know you are from here, otherwise they will kill you on the spot. Which automatically tells you that, yeah, the people in this town killed all the women. That's why the other town doesn't want anything to do with them or let them come anywhere near them.
I just want to dive
It
into that for a
also
moment.
lets you know that there's more than 2 settlements because he specifically said, don't let them know you are from here. You wouldn't have to say that because if they saw anybody, they would know they were from one other place and murder them on the spot. Or I should say, they would assume they were from one, unless it was a woman. They would assume that they were from whatever the fuck this. Oh, the town was named after the man. It was a weird name, so I don't even. We'll just call him Mayor Jenkins. So they would know you were from Jenkinstown, okay? Because there's only 2 settlements. So the fact that he said, don't let them know you're from this town, automatically tells you there's quite a few settlements out there. And you didn't catch on to that, did you?
I just thought it was fishy. Like,
because you got awful quiet.
Hella lying.
You got awful quiet, so you didn't catch on to that when he said, "Don't tell them that you're from here."
As soon as he said that, I'm like, that man was full of shit.
No, the fact that there's a bunch of settlements.
I didn't think about the multiples of settlements.
Yeah, because there'd be no reason to say, "Don't tell them you're from here." They would automatically know you were from there if there was only 2 settlements.
Yeah, I didn't think about the multiples of settlements.
Ah, see, you got to pay attention to the dialogue. So then the mayor comes back. They escaped, not before one of Todd's fathers gets shot and killed. So yeah, they escape through the woods. She manages to rig up get an old motorcycle working, and Todd follows behind her on a horse. And this was the part where, this was the special effects part I was talking about. So something flew in my eye. Yo, when the horse and the bike and the girl and the kid went over the cliff.
Yo, I was like, damn, is the horse okay? Like,
No, fuck that. The special effects, because they showed them go off the cliff. That shit looked real. It looked so real. You would actually think that somebody, a stuntman, actually ran a horse off a cliff. That's how real that looked. Those were some really good CGI effects. Really good CGI effects. And I watched it on my QLED and on my computer. And both times, it still looked real. I mean, it looked real. I was like, wow, that's good special effects. They remembered to keep the horse's legs moving. They had Todd go in a real looking position. Ray was a little stiff, but it was only for like 1.2 seconds, and then it kind of loosened up a bit when she flew off the bike in the air. But yeah, those special effects looked real. They look like that really happened to somebody. I was like, wow, well, that's good. That's good. That's how good the special effects was in this movie. That looked real. I was like, whoa. If this was in 1985, I would have been like, yo, they rode a real horse off that cliff. That's fucked up.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
So yeah, the horse breaks his leg. She has to put him down. Somehow the dog managed to track him. I don't know how the dog was keeping up with that horse for that long. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Did you ever see that clip of the dog that escaped and this guy was chasing him down? It was a little Dog.
No.
It was in Upper Manhattan over by the FDR Drive. This dog literally ran for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, just kept going. And this guy, I guess it was a bike messenger, was chasing it down, because it wasn't his dog. It got off the leash and it just started running and it was booking. And he was chasing it down. People kept trying to grab him. He was ducking and diving and jerking and swerving. The dog literally got on the highway. He got on the FDR Drive, was running around the side of the FDR Drive. I'm like, yo. It finally got tired after 5 minutes, but it ran. So it is possible. Because this is a little dog too. I'm like, I don't know how, then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I've seen it. I've literally seen it in real life.
Oh my goodness.
Those little dogs can run and run for a long ass time. So yeah, the dog catches up to them. They get closer through a series of experiences as they travel. Usual stuff. They make it to Far Branch, where they find out, surprise, surprise, there's men and women living there. Yeah, we already explained all that. Then they find out, which also finds out the truth, which you already realized if you was paying attention. Preacher. The mayor's group, along with Todd's dad, who's going there to keep Todd safe, who's going with the mayor to keep Todd safe, legitimately. They get to Farbank. We have a little standoff confrontation, and he starts using. Now, the thing about the mayor is he's very good at using the noise to manipulate other people. Like, he's the master manipulator using the noise. He can do imagery and stuff as well, but when it comes to like manipulating people, he gets inside their head and he really, really gets them to do what they want for the most part. Some men can resist. Of course, it doesn't work on the women, which was one of the reasons why he killed all the women. And the preacher did it because he was just batshit crazy.
The job of the preacher is to bring fresh sperm.
He was literally just batshit crazy. It was not to control anything, or he just went nuts. So yeah, there's a standoff at Fairbank. He starts telling the men of Fairbank that the ship is going to come down and annihilate everybody and blah, blah, blah. A kind of shootout started. Not really, because they do start shooting at each other, but it's not like, I think 1 or 2 people were actually shot. The rest was just like doing pretty much warning shots most of the time. So they send Todd's dad in, and he helps them escape, of course, because that was his whole reason for going. He knew that the mayor was going to catch up to him, so he wanted to give them more time. They escape using the river, which I'm not even going to talk about. This is something you have to see. But this was the performance that made me cry. Fucking Todd Holland. You can take that as a fucking compliment, asshole.
Shut up, Todd.
So when they went to Fairbanks, she said she wanted to contact her ship, and they told her the only place she could do that was another town called Maven or Haven. I forgot which one.
Haven.
It was Haven. Because Fairbanks had done away with their technology. The most they had was a couple of guns and machinery for farming. And the guns was for protection, and even those, they weren't the technology they should have been. They were more like our type of guns. They weren't laser guns, even though they had that technology when they landed. So they're on their way to Haven, Todd and Ray, when they run into the original settlement ship that had crash landed on the planet. So it's here where we get our climax, and obviously the bad guy is defeated, and the second wave ship decides to land and settle on the planet. This movie was good. This movie was really, really good. Like I said earlier, the acting was great, special effects was really good, the story is really well done. I think the only reason we were kind of confused about the motive is because at one point it does say, I think he said both actually, because he was full of shit in the entire time. I think he said to get off the planet to fool the audience into thinking that they were the only settlement there. And then later on changed it to taking over the planet. I think that was I kind of realized that earlier when we were talking. I didn't say that to him because I didn't want to give away the big reveal early. But yeah, so yeah, that was the thing. He actually said both. She said both. So that was Chaos Walking. Really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. This is actually one of the best movies I think we've seen in a while. In a while. I don't even remember the last movie where I thought was so good. I was kind of like, yeah, you guys got to go see it. But yeah, you really, really need to see this. And it's definitely worth having sequels to. And I can't wait till they do those because I really, really enjoyed this story. How about you, Robin? What'd you think?
I enjoyed it, and yeah, overall it was different. It wasn't like your predictable After Earth type, like those sci-fi movies of a new world. It was different, and it made me self-reflect. I'm kind of mean to myself in my head. If anyone wants to hear my thoughts, yeah, they'll look at me like I'm hella crazy. Like,
first of all, once again, I forgot what movie we were reviewing. I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? After Earth? What the fuck? Oh, wait, that's right. We're not doing Army of the Dead. We're doing Chaos Walking.
Lingers with you.
It really does. I guess I really did like Army of the Dead because I keep thinking about it. Yes, you're right. It wasn't your typical After Earth type of movie. Boy, was I thinking of the wrong movie. Oh boy. Oh, but yes, you're right. It wasn't. It was different. It was good. It was really good. And I'm
Right. And
looking
if they
forward to the sequels.
yeah, right. Hopefully they do go through with them because I'm curious for more because we still have to know about this spackle and a lot of other questions.
If it actually doesn't get sequels, it's simply because I myself didn't even see the trailer for this until the day before it came out. And Wikipedia has it coming out in March. It literally just came out last week. It came out the same day as Corilla. So I think it came out the same day as Corilla.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people haven't been mentioning it. They're just waiting for
I only saw one commercial.
on my Instagram because my Instagram knows what I'd like. They like kept bringing it up.
So if it doesn't get a sequel, it's because a lot of people didn't watch it, and that's because they really didn't advertise it.
Yeah.
But as far as the movie itself and the story, yeah, this movie, yeah, deserves a sequel. It's a lot of questions that needs to be answered. And I'm sure
Indeed.
they do that as it goes on because the story just gets bigger.
And Tom Holland, he's doing a lot. Like, everyone's waiting for the Spider-Man trailer. And also, what is that video game? What is that video game that he's starring in the movie? It's about an explorer.
No idea.
Uncharted?
No idea.
I think the game's called Uncharted or something.
There is an Uncharted series. He's supposed to be in the new one?
Yeah, he's in the movie. He's going to be in the
Oh,
Uncharted
they're making a movie out of Uncharted. I did hear something
Mhm.
about that. I did hear something about that like last year or the year before. That's right. Oh, okay. That's what you mean. Oh, I didn't know he was going to be in that.
Yes. So he's going to be starring in that. So people are waiting for the trailer for that and Spider-Man Far From Home. Yeah, definitely looking forward to a sequel. I know he'll be a bit busy, Tom Holland, but definitely.
Yeah, I thought you were saying he was going to be in the actual game.
Oh,
Yep, so I recommend you go out and watch it. Tell your friends to watch it. It's really, really good. Really good. Like I said, I watched it twice. Well, I watched it 1.5 times. I turned it off halfway through to go to bed. It was getting kind of late. And I'd already seen it.
I think it'd be a good watch.
But yeah, go check that out. All right, Robin, what's in the news?
Yum, 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 yum. Sisimia, sisimia, sisimia. Quang, quang, quang. Quang, 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 quang. Quang, 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 quang. Breaking news.
In the news, I don't know if you follow tennis at all or
Nope.
anything. Do you know of the tennis player Naomi Osaka?
Nope.
Well, she's that young tennis player that burst Serena Williams and beat her a few years ago. I don't know if you heard any of that.
You mentioned that once before
Yes.
in one of the
So
other reviews we were doing.
she's making headlines in sports news. She abruptly ended at the French Open. She pretty much just withdrew. She was kind of like, F it, because y'all getting on my nerves. But I'm interpreting it in own way. She was conflicted about her media obligations because when you do those sporting events, you're obligated to speak to the media. That's actually, I didn't know that was required.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I did not know that. She refused to meet with the media during the tournament. She said it was in an effort to avoid what she considered a stressful and potentially unhealthy situation before and after her matches. The French Open, like all tournaments, requires such session. Like I said, I didn't know that. Citing the need for publicity to drive ticket sales. Okay, that's the reason behind it. Television ratings and sponsorship. She started getting fines up to like $15,000 and was facing possible expulsion from the complete whole event because she chose not to meet with the media
So
because
she quit.
doesn't want to be. Pretty much, she withdrew. She stepped away completely.
Okay,
and
she quit. Next.
it's bringing a lot of attention to mental health in the sporting events. How
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
all right, we're back in China.
All
I
they
don't
care
know.
about is fucking money. We know that already. Look at the Olympics still going on over in Japan.
Right.
Okay,
right.
China. What do we got?
In China reports human case of H10N3 bird flu, a possible first.
Okay, hold on. Say that again. A
H-
first of this. It's a first of this particular type of bird flu. In China or first, period?
Let's see. It says in China. China Well, pretty much, I think in China. In Beijing, a man in eastern China has contracted what might be the world's first human case of the
Of the bird flu.
H1N3 strain
Of the bird flu.
of the bird flu.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But they say the risk of a large-scale spread is low. The government says. Are we really going? I don't know. I hold my breath for that. The 41-year-old man was hospitalized since April, and he's in a state. Let's keep an eye on this.
Oh God. Let us repeat this bullshit so soon again.
Right. I'm gonna keep my eye on this because
It's highly unlikely. Well, at least this time they didn't keep it secret for that long.
right.
This time they only kept it secret for 3 months.
This infection is an accidental cross-species transmission. You remember that movie Bird Flu? What's it called? Bird Flu?
We had the bird flu.
Right? And
we had the bird flu here in the early 2000s when all the birds were dropping down dead.
Yes, and it was a bird flu, but this is the first human case.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. We had the bird flu, so it's not new.
But do you remember that movie? I think Gwyneth Paltrow was in it, and in that movie, humans started. No, it was a swine flu. Humans started contracting it instead of just the pigs, and it killed off. They didn't take it seriously. Oh, we'll just keep our eye on it, and half the population died.
Nope.
It was Gwyneth Paltrow and Matt Damon in that movie.
Nope.
And it all started, ironically, not to front. It all started when she went to China.
Nope.
Yeah, but yeah, this infection is an accidental cross-species transmission. The risk is low-scale transmission. The risk of low-scale transmission is low. They keep emphasizing, and then literally that's it. That's like the small little blurb they mention about it. Like,
that's funny. Please don't. It's funny, but it's not funny. What else we got? I don't even have comments for that. What else do we have?
They're really trying to shake things up in China because now in China they're easing the birth limits to further cope with the aging society. I don't know how familiar you guys are with how strict China was with their birthing laws. Like one-child policy, they aborted and threw away their girl children.
This isn't funny. This isn't funny, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're lowering the restrictions because they lost half their population to COVID.
Right, and it's not funny, but like, yeah.
Oh, God.
Dude, yeah. So China's ruling Communist Party said Monday it will ease birth limits to allow all couples to have 3 children instead of 2, in hopes of slowing the rapid aging of its population, which is adding to strains on the economy and society. It's like, you said it first, and of course they're not going to mention, because of COVID, their population. Do we even have an actual number for like how many people died over there?
Who knows? They kept that thing secret for a year.
Right, they did. And
who knows?
So we don't actually, and then for them to like lift this rule,
almost a year, something like that, close to a year, they kept it secret. So who knows?
Right, and at a point, my friend who has a friend from another teacher from China, she has family there. They were so hush hush, like in the middle of the night, they would just throw bodies in the street and like just pile them up and take them away. And they didn't want any video footage or anything. People would sneak pictures like on their phone and stuff, but like of course no one's gonna say anything.
Yeah, because they were worried about tourism, dumbasses.
Mm-hmm. The ruling party has enforced birth limits since 1980 to restrain population growth, but now they worry the number of working age people is falling too fast, while the share over the age of 65 is now rising. That threatens to disrupt its ambitions to transform China into a prosperous consumer society and global technology leader. Exactly what you said, Taurus.
My gold! My gold!
That's,
oh, God.
Yeah, this is... It's just...
They're a
what's
mess
going
over
on?
there.
They really are. It's like every week. Oh,
like China is just extra. China is just extra. Jesus fucking Christ.
So pretty much
So
they
they don't.
need.
So basically, they don't have enough people to work on our Titanic.
Yeah, right. I'm about to say they don't have enough labor, slave labor.
Oh God. Oh man. I mean, they lost what? 150 people on a mountain. Oh, fucking China. You can't help but laugh at some of the dumb shit that just happens over there.
It's true. Like what now? And like it catches my attention each time. What's going on over there now? Yeah, that's what's going on in China this week. Until tune in next week for China.
Oh, weekly reports on China.
Because it's something interesting every week. I will.
It's something interesting every week, all right.
Yeah, the first human case of bird flu, but it's fine. He's all right. He's in stable condition.
Lord.
It won't spread. It's just one person. Goodness gracious. So, what's going on in China and sad? It's really, it seems to be a
Wait,
sad
we're
story.
still in China?
No, not in China.
Oh.
We're in Canada now. We're in Canada. It's in sad news. Remains of 215 children were found at a former indigenous school site in China. I'm sorry. You think I mean Canada? I'm sorry. This type of news, I wouldn't be surprised in China, but this happened in Canada. I'm like, I thought Canadian, I thought they were easygoing.
Wait, it said indigenous. Doesn't that mean it was before it was civilization? Like, well, major civilization like we have now?
You have a valid point. The writer of this story should choose his words, but pretty much they mean Native Americans.
Oh! See, when you said it like that, I'm thinking of they found like fossil area or something.
Yeah, as you said, these writers should choose their words for titles a little better.
So these are recent deaths. Ooh.
Technically, it wasn't recent. It happened back in 1978, but they just now found them.
Ooh.
Like, what is that? I was like, what? So the remains of 215 children, some as young as 3 years old, were found at a site of a former residential school for indigenous children. A discovery Canadian Prime Minister described as heartbreaking. That's really sad. The children were students at a Kamloops Indian residential school in British Columbia that closed in 1978, which was said the remains were found with the help of ground penetrating radar specialists.
So wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Because when I first read this story,
So instead of just going through, I'm just gonna ask questions. You can tell me yes, because you read the story already, right?
that's the thing. This is the updated article. The first article I read on it on CNN, it was just a blurb. Like they didn't say where, when. Like they just found the remains, and now they're doing memorial services. And I'm like, I need more information. So I found this updated article that seems to have more information related to it.
Oh, you got to do something about your phone. That's twice.
Oh, hold on. That's the iPhone going off. Okay, I moved it away.
Oh, no, just put it on silence. No, don't you have a silence mode? Where it vibrates instead of tiddling?
Yep, silent mode.
I have my phone on silent mode. It's vibrating in my crotch.
It's the other phone, it's the little iPhone. But yeah, so this article is the updated article because when I first read about it a few days ago...
As an explanation to that, people, I don't want it sitting on the table and vibrating because it vibrates the microphone. So it's in my chair. That's why it's vibrating my crotch.
It's funny. So in Canada, the residential school system years ago separated indigenous children from their family. And it was like, in a sense, a cultural genocide. They pretty much pulled these children from their families and like, you're going to stay here and we're going to teach you. It was a 6-year investigation. So back in about the 70s, Canada had a residential school system which forcibly separated Indigenous children from their families. And it was constituted now as a cultural genocide. And it was a 6-year investigation into the system that was found back in 2015.
So wait. What did they do? They just took these kids and killed them?
They took these kids from their families.
What, did they just take them and kill them?
So the report documented horrific physical abuse, rape, malnutrition, and other atrocities suffered by many of there was actually 150,000 children who attended this school. So there are still survivors who actually shared their stories.
Oh, wow.
And it was run by the Christian church, religious nuts.
I'm just getting into a prophetic vein.
On behalf of Ottawa from the 1840s to 1990s. It found more than 4,000 children died while attending the residential school. Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's nuts. It's horrible.
The deaths of the 215 children buried in the grounds of what was once Canada's largest residential school are believed to not have been included in that figure originally and appear to have been undocumented until their recent discovery. I would never imagine something like that happening in Canada. Because, Canada is known for a happy-go-lucky, friendly, open doors for everyone. We welcome everyone, but no.
Well, clearly you've never seen their PSAs.
Man, that's just mean. That's mean, man.
So they're not sure how these children died yet, but likely they were just part of the abused group of children.
Some fucked up shit.
Deadass some fucked up shit. And I just have to sprinkle stress. It's always the religious nuts you can't trust.
This is and they've discovered this around the same time they looking back at Tulsa.
That's very true.
Yeah, yeah, all the bad stuff is coming out now.
Right. Damn, that's some shit.
Shouldn't say coming out. Most of it's been out, but they're being looked at it now.
Pretty much the history and truth that they dust under the rug.
What else we got?
Well, in entertainment and lighter news, I don't know if you used to watch iCarly or
Nope.
Heard of iCarly.
I've heard of it. Never watched that. I watched that crap.
It was actually a very popular Nickelodeon show for years. It's being added on to the reboot list. So after over a 10 years hiatus, it's coming back to Paramount, that streaming application.
Yeah, Paramount.
Yeah, Paramount. There's coming back out with the original cast, except one of the cast members who recently actually quit acting.
So it's not a reboot, it's a continuation.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Right, but they keep using that term reboot, so they're calling it a reboot.
What's it a reboot when you're just continuing the story with them at the age they are now? How is that a reboot?
Continuing the story, yes. One's a stepdad now, wow. But yeah, they're doing things over.
All they're doing is bringing it back.
Yeah, pretty much. And they're also, I don't know if you got to check out the new Rugrats series or the trailer for it.
Nope. I did check out MODOK, the first episode.
Oh, I wanted to see that. How is it?
It didn't hook me.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, it kind of was.
But they also are bringing back Rugrats, but in like a CGI look type thing. Yeah, and then in this now new series, they have
I think we mentioned
Betty.
that before, the Rugrats thing.
Yes, we did, but now they changed one of the characters. Betty, you remember Betty? She was Phil and Lil's mom. Yeah, the fitness mom.
Oh, the mom. I'm thinking what's the little black girl's name?
Susie
Carmichael. Right. Okay, yeah, Betty. That was
Betty.
That was who the hell was Betty? Who was her kids?
Phil and Lil, the twins.
Okay. Oh, the twins' mom. Okay.
Yeah, the twins' mom. They are now making her openly gay.
You know what? I never realized there was no husband.
There's a husband. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, there was a husband?
There's a husband. He was like the more supportive, like, he was very supportive. She was, the more aggressive person, while he was the more meek mannered. He did all the cooking and cleaning and stuff.
Tells you how long it's been since I've seen that.
Yeah, Howard, his name was.
Oh, so now she's gay.
Yeah, so now they have made her openly gay. I think they announced
They're
that
still babies
for
though,
Pride
right?
Month. They're still babies.
Oh, so
yeah.
that would be a reboot.
So this, I thought that's the thing. Technically, I thought in a sense it was continuation, but now since they changed the character, that
Well,
categorizes
even
it
if
as a
even if
reboot.
it was still the same characters, they don't age. So it's like The Simpsons. You can take out The Simpsons and bring it back. It's doesn't matter. It's not a reboot. It's not a continuation because stories really don't connect as much as they should. Well, really don't connect that much. That's what I'm saying, and they never age.
Yeah, so
you can call it a reboot if you want. It doesn't matter. It's just, it's like Looney Tunes reboots. It's like, well, the story's never connected, so
yeah, those
whatever.
were like complete reboots. Like,
Yeah, but the story's never connected in the originals anyway. They were just skits. So yeah, go ahead, reboot, whatever. Same thing with Animaniacs. It's like, I guess you can reboot it. It's like story's never really connected anyway.
that's true. But you see, that works for those shows.
Yeah,
And
the
technically,
stories
yeah, those
don't
work
connect.
for Rugrats.
Yeah,
So yeah, I
Rugrats is
don't
the
think.
same way. There's still individual stories never connected, so whatever. Even if they kept the same characters, it could still be a reboot because there's no continuity.
That's true. So,
That's
yeah.
why they never age. There's no continuity. Well, put it like that. That's the best way to put it. If there's no continuity, then there's a reboot. If there's a continuity between the show that you're putting on and the show you're putting on in the past, then that's not a reboot.
That's very true. So Paramount, I don't have that streaming service. I don't know if you have it. Do you have the Paramount streaming
Not yet.
service?
Actually, I'm going to pick it up, but I'm probably not even going to watch it anyway.
Yeah, I mean they seem to have other stuff on it. Oh,
No,
Patrick
I
Star's
meant
doing his own
Rugrats.
show.
I'm probably not going to watch.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any. I guess I'll watch maybe a couple of episodes for the show, but I already have a feeling I'm not going to be that interested in it. I'm kind of over Rugrats. It was good back in the day, but then South Park came along and a whole bunch of other stuff.
That's true. And Patrick Starr is also slated to have his own show on the Paramount streaming service.
Ugh, there's no way in hell I can watch an entire episode of Patrick. Sorry.
No, I don't feel like he should have his own show.
There are
There
kids who can sit there and watch Patrick all day. I can't. Kids love that wacky, zany, nonsensical, dumb shit that makes no sense. Patrick trying to figure out how to count with his toe for a half hour would entertain a kid. It's not going to entertain me.
The funny thing, he doesn't even have a toe. He just
That's
has a
why I
leg.
said that would entertain a kid for a half hour. That would not entertain me for a half hour. That wouldn't entertain me for 15 minutes. That's why I'm like, no. No, I like SpongeBob. SpongeBob is funny, but just Patrick himself? No, I can't. Can't.
We'll see. Paramount has a lot of stuff lined up, so let me know of the other shows that are on it. I have no interest in these.
I'm going to play this for you people to understand what an entire half hour of Patrick would be like.
It's a giraffe!
Gruesome, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. All right, and that's what's in the news this week.
All right. Thank you for joining us, everyone. You can follow me at Dom Perignon on 77 on Twitch and Twitter. Yeah, I'm rushing through this because I want to go. I'm tired. I am tired. Got up early to do this, and I didn't go to sleep early, so I'm like, I'm going to crash as soon as I get home. So yes, you can follow me on Twitter at Dom Perignon 77 and Twitch Dom Perignon 77. Yeah, it's both on Twitch. You can follow the show on Facebook at Cinemastrophe. You can listen to the podcast anywhere you listen to your local podcast. Cinemastrophe, Cinemastrophe'S Cocktail Hour. On YouTube, it's Cinemastrophe, same spelling without the S. You can email us at donperignon_v1@yahoo.com. Any question, comments, or pictures, just no dick pics.
I was like, what are you spelling? And I'm like, oh damn, I can't spell. Okay.
Cinemastrophe. Cinemastrophe.
Yeah, I can't spell, so I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, and subscribe. And if you're listening on YouTube, you gotta go. There wasn't one this week, but you gotta go. Although some stuff might be cut out of this episode, depending on what music I decide to put in the background. But there was a lot of stuff cut out of the last episode because I couldn't play it on YouTube. So go to the podcast. Get to the podcast. Hit the subscribe button. That subscribe button. The little button with the plus. It says subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hit on that.
Spell it out for them.
Hit it.
I would try, but yeah.
SUB. SUBCRI described.
What he said, yes.
Hit the subscribe button. SUBCRIVE. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And you get to hear all the skits and music. Did you hear that? Oh, you didn't listen to the last one, did you?
No, not yet. When you were editing it.
Wait. Oh, at the party. Yes, I was editing. That's right. Yeah. I was still editing at the party.
I haven't seen you before the baby shower in years. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time I saw you before the baby shower on Saturday?
I believe it was Vegas.
Vegas, was it 2000?
I don't know, because I don't remember the last trip we went to. They start to blur after a while.
For you, maybe. I think 2018 or 17.
Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, literally, we reunited since 2018 or 17. So, but it was like, like I just saw him yesterday.
It was. I was gonna talk about that, but I forgot.
Yes, and he met my kids for the first time.
Yelled at her a couple of times. Yelled at Robin for being one of those prissy parents. I can't say no. I can't yell at her.
Listen, if you've seen this kid, she's too freaking cute.
I'll yell at her. Stop that. Stop doing that. Don't touch that. I can't yell at her. All right. I want to go to bed, so let me get out of here.
Go get some rest. He's been tired at the beginning.
What's the name comes out? I know Sweet Tooth comes out this week.
Ooh, what's that?
It's a fantasy movie on Netflix. I forgot exactly. I forgot who.
Oh, the DC movie, right?
It is a DC movie, right?
Yeah,
it is a DC movie. Yeah, that one. That comes out the 4th.
Oh, we totally gotta watch that.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do that one. Unless something better is coming out this week, but that's the only one I can think of. So maybe we'll do that one. If we find something better, we'll do that instead. All right. Good night, everyone. Say good night, Robin.
Buenas noches.
Good night.